Alaikum, brothers and sisters. This is Brother Shabazz at the bunker. We are about to discuss the physical and the spiritual. Are they two separate things? Do you play in one world and then go to the other one? Or are both worlds intertwined in this one world? Well, let's see. We have people who talk about spirits, but you can't identify a spirit unless it had a body. Because spirit is energy. Energy is non-descriptive. In order for you to know what the spirit is, you have to be able to identify it. So it had to have a physiological composition in the physical world for you to identify it, because you're still here in the physical, so you're identifying a physical thing. Does the spirit require the things in the physical world, and do the things in the physical world require the things in the spiritual world? Good question. They both depend on each other. They're not limited to each other. They're not even equal to each other. But they're dependent on each other. You can't get from one place to the next place without having gone through the one place. We have become so intellectually inclined that we really believe that we can intellectually comprehend the physical, the mental, and the spiritual. Intellect only gets you to the door. It don't get you in the door. You can bang at the door, and the motherfucker behind the door, if he don't like you, he's not going to answer. So you be sitting, damn, I finally got here, but you didn't get in. You just banging at the door. In order to get in any door, there has to be a password. Whether it's hello, good morning, salam alaikum, is so-and-so and such there. Whatever that password that's required, you must know it in order to get in. Once you get in, there's a whole nother episode. Now, you have to be accepted. Because a nigga could open the door and slam it in your face. He ain't necessarily got to let you in. But if you're fortunate enough to get in, and you start talking to him about how fucked up the world was you just came from, he's going to kick your ass out, because now you degrading his sacred space with your negative bullshit about a place that allowed you to get to him in the first place. So you got to understand the reality of life. Life is not separate things. It's one thing showing you a multiplicity of things. You have a mental world, you have a physical world, you have a spiritual world, you have a vegetation world, you have an insect world, you have an animal world, you have a plant world. All these worlds exist within the circumference of life. Life is too beautiful to be intellectually masturbated by a group of individuals who, because they know some words, think that they're there. This shit ain't about word. One of my brothers used the word communication. Communication ain't necessarily words. Communication is a method whereby an understanding can be achieved between two objectives. Whether it be you, the talker, talking to the listener, whether the listener be you or an outside individual. But that communication, that understanding has to be brought about by the one who's communicating and the one who's being communicated to. When we realize that it's the little self talking to the big self, and the big self talking to the little self, then we stop running around the planet trying to find out who the hell is who. Because if you don't know that it's all about you, this whole world was put here for you. Everything in this world was put here for you. So everything that was put here for you is a necessity. And that necessity is a need.